And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show of madness that's keeping up your November calendars by only a thin hair and a couple of hours, only known as Under the Radar. And in my opinion, here's hoping for next year's WrestleMania with Snoop Dogg and his funny commentary that he's able to donate his services for next year's WrestleMania, because I got a feeling it would be absolutely awesome to hear the Dogfather behind the mic once again. But besides a future DLC that I got a feeling that may or may not come out for WWE with Snoop Dogg in it, I think it's time for us to take a look at your screenshots and whatnots from this past weekend and beyond for another edition of the Four Squared Delight. And the first screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page of Speedy Mastretta, and the name of the guy is actually called Alberto Mastretta. Sorry, Maestro, we had to give him the honor with that cool name, but the screenshot comes from the video game known as Circuit Superstars. And the screenshot that they were able to give us for this week shows a whole bunch of cars racing on a track, making left and right hairpin turns, only for one of the cars to go on an opposite side of the track, all while a train was racing alongside of this cool racetrack for the clip to go dark after one of them hit past the finish line. And it was the white car that got past the finish line first, and I do believe the striped one to get in second and the brown one in third. And this screenshot automatically reminds me of Rallycross. Yeah, that and a little hint of Micro Machines with a Tyco RC commercial that they would have in the 90s. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you get a chance to customize your own track, and alongside with it, be able to customize your cars for off-road combat as well. Cause I got a feeling there's gonna be an off-road segment to this course too. And the next screenshot that we have up comes from the Twitter page Before the Dawn SK with their set game, Before the Dawn. And the screenshot that they provided for this week shows our heroes heavily breathing in the center of a cathedral, surrounded by a whole bunch of undead soldiers and warriors, with it saying on the bottom of the screenshot, "Our struggle never ends." And this automatically reminds me of Lord of the Rings, War of the North, with a little hint of Champions of Noraz, Return to Arms. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you get a chance to play it alongside with your friends, and also a chance to play as the giant guy in the back with the axe wearing the cool black clothing, so you can do an ultimate swing attack to take out all of those zombies in one foul swoop. Because, you know, the power game, to quote Joey Headrocker, the power game has to be strong with that one. And the next screenshot that we have up, speaking of people with cool power behind them, comes from none other than the Twitter name of Captain Singh with their screenshot from the video game Shady Night. And the screenshot kicks off literally and figuratively with this guy doing a cool tiger sweep, taking out this guy, only to smash him in the air with the sword, kick him in the face, stop time just a little bit to kick him again, slide across the ground, slash him with the sword, pick up the sword and slash another guy while bouncing another person across the room with a nice Das Boot. And the fact that we were able to track and talk about that whole screenshot in one cool sequence with it in slow motion, probably one of the coolest screenshots we mentioned thus far, besides the screenshots we used to mention for My Friend Pedro, Blood, Bullets, and Bananas. But besides that point, this screenshot automatically reminds me of a combination of Max Payne, Devil May Cry, and a little hint of Super Hot in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future, and I got a feeling they're gonna probably already add it, but there's a chance that you can do, and yes, Maestro, I am gonna say it, tiger knee to your enemies while they're in mid-flight. That's the only thing I hope for, because I know they're gonna have a morning star or even an ability for you to grab objects and throw it at your enemy while they're flying in the air, which would be pretty cool to see too. And the next game that we have up, besides me making yet another Sagat request, comes from the Twitter page of Morbid the Game, with their said screenshot from the video game Morbid the Seven Acolytes. Nice name for the game too. And the screenshot that they provided for this week not only shows our hero going into a castle taking on a whole series of dangerous monsters, but also features a giant oversized creature, two of them trying to take out our hero, all for you to dodge it with one mighty roll, then for you to go outside of a cemetery to take on a whole bunch of dead creatures, and for you to eventually take on blood creatures along the way, all while customizing your weapons at the same time. And this automatically reminds me a little bit of Diablo, with a little hint of Castlevania in there as well, with a little hint of The Witcher on the side. And here's hoping in the near future, just like The Witcher, you have some form of powers over fire that can help you out in this game. Because I got a feeling there's gonna probably be area of effect damage around here where you can actually set the trees on fire and, set the enemies on fire too. But then again, according to the Maestro, it might come back to backfire on us. You got a point. You really do this week. And the last but not least screenshot that we have up for this week comes from the Twitter page of JordyJS, with his screenshot from the video game Arbiter. And the screenshot that he was able to provide for this week shows our hero flying into the air only to warp from one side of the world to the next for a nice jet stream to show up and for him to lose the color in his hair, making it possible for him to do these cool powers. And this screenshot automatically reminds me of a combination of not only Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 with the warping powers he's able to do, but it also reminds me a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. Yes, that does look like something Sora could possibly do. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a chance to use these cool powers to fly from one side of the stage to the next, but you can also use these powers to keep your combos going when you got an enemy against the ropes. Because I got a feeling it would lead to a pretty awesome combo move, and with half the combo moves he's shown thus far on his Twitter page, to combo it up with this warping ability would make you really unstoppable. I really think you can be unstoppable with it. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool screenshots and whatnots from the Twitterverse from this past weekend and beyond for yourselves, you can head on over to the Twitter pages of not only Oliver Snyder's, Octocurio, Nomad, Shot_Games, Playing Indies, Indie Rhymes, or even under the hashtag of Screenshot Saturday. But if you guys want to go ahead and check out the screenshots and whatnots that we mentioned for this week and get an interpretation of it for yourselves, you can head on over to our screenshot Twitter page, only known as VOOH0012, where the Maestro decided to make a screenshot folder entitled Month Ending Screenshots, with the word hashtag classic on it. You had to fit the word classic in there somehow, didn't you? And the Maestro said, yeah, you did. And I guess with that said, folks, we might as well head back into this music once again. And when we return, we'll be back with another edition of the Planet of the Games as Under the Radar rolls on right after this. So don't touch that dial just yet, folks, and stay tuned.